Let's see, here's what we're going to do. That's down that. That's alright for what that's doing. We can take Teamviewer here, do a right click, run as administrator. If we say yes, then Teamviewer is going to open up. And we're going to go through that. I've already got it installed, so I'm going to discontinue that. Down some of this stuff. When you get TeamViewer installed, it's going to put an icon in the tray like this. You double click on that icon, you bring it up like this, you go to extras, you go to options, then you can set up to general, start TeamViewer with Windows, leave everything here, but trigger accept incoming connections. Your account assignment is to your system's name. In my case, I've got an Optiplex system, and it named it Optiplex 960. That's what the Windows 7 is. Okay, and you can go through and set up security. You set up a password for unattended, so that you can call your system from anywhere. Put in a password. You can make an additional passwords where you identify who it is, and passwords and confirm. That way they can come in, or you can restrict them as to what they can get to. Your password strength, in this case I've got secured 6 characters. Windows Log On allow for all users. Remote control, I'll make quality for the screen. Once it's connected, play computer sounds and music. You can see all these that are checked here. And then for meetings, I've got optimized quality, participation, interaction pool, interaction details. Then computer contacts, I've got offline computers in separate groups. You can see what I've got checked. And then I set up an email address with a password, because that's going to set up an account like you see over here on the right, where I can add the groups, and then under groups add computers, then I can add individuals, and I can let those come in and out. I'll explain that a little more later. This is what I've got set for auto conferencing. You can see my microphone down here, it's recording. Then you can see the video. I'm using a Logitech, in my case, HD Pro Webcam 920. And my advanced video settings, if I need them, are there. Automatic quality selection. Custom invitation. This is what I would send out if I was hosting a meeting and I wanted everybody to connect. Then I could, whatever I put here, I could trigger and send out through email, so they have a link to come back in and then test. So you can change that to read whatever you want it to read. I left mine just standard. And in advanced, and you can show advanced options which deal with general advanced settings. I got an auto select on the display language. Check for new versions once a week. Install new versions automatically. And access control, I change that to full access, detail, and keep current, because anyone I allow to connect, I want them to be able to participate on the screen with me. You could control that differently if you want to, and then give it when you want it. So it depends on how you want to set it up. And on my advanced settings for connections, I got temporary save connection password, clipboard synchronization, and then access control. You can see full access, and then accept messages from trusted accounts and show computer and contacts on startup. And then I got advanced networks. I've got checked to use UDP, which was recommended. These are all checked for logging, so I'd have those. And then the last is any TeamViewer options, and I just let those be whatever the default is. And you click OK and it's set up. Then you come back over to connections, and you can set up for unattended. And buy that. You can set up a password and everything so that you can call in and always get on your system whenever you need to. Okay, and that concludes the Teamviewer setup. Once you get it set up, when you see contacts, I'm going to take this down here. When you first see it in the tray down here, you double click on it, it brings this up that we've been using. You can click computer contacts. Well, those were docked before with it. So you can pull them out so it's separate. In my case, that's what I've done. And I've got them where it'll come up by itself. And then when I click this to end it, in this case, I am still connected, so I'm not going to end that. But it minimizes it back on the tray, and yet you've got all your settings here on contacts where you can actually add a contact, add a remote computer, or add a group. Well, I kept mine in groups, and just like one of my accounts is here, and if I open it up, if they're online, they show up here. If they're not, they show down here as offline. Then I've got my computer sitting up here, any family members. I've got these all open so that when they come in, they just automatically pop up and I can see them. But that gets it real close so that all you got to do is click on a connection, like I'm connected right now to this one, and you will see the desktop uh, of that connection, like I've got here. And I can control that connection and work with it any way I want to and talk to the people all at the same time. Excellent, excellent product.